Welcome to Seneca Lady Indians Softball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're listening to the official pregame show of the Seneca Lady Indians. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And a pleasant, good Tuesday afternoon as we welcome you here to Seneca. I'm Ben Wolcott with you for all the action. Here this afternoon, your countdown to first pitch sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. It is the Cassville Lady Wildcats coming to town. They come in at 11-8 overall, 6-0 in Big 8 play versus the Seneca Lady Indians coming in at 5-11 overall, 1-5. In Big 8 play. This Cassville Lady Wildcat team came away with a big win last night in Big 8 play as it was a makeup contest between between Cassville and McDonald County, and the Lady Wildcats came away with a 6-2 win, which improved them to 6-0 in Big 8 play. Seneca 1-5 in Big 8 play. They have beaten Nevada, the one team. They lost to Cassville in Cassville a couple weeks ago by a final score of 3-0, and it really was one inning for Seneca. It was that fourth inning that allowed the Wildcats to come away with a victory. Tyra Sturgill had a 17-pitch at bat before hitting a 2 RBI single, and that was the difference in the game. Different pitcher for the Lady Wildcats here this afternoon. Aubrey Stauffer got the start in that contest. She went 7 innings, 1 hit, 4 walks, 18 strikeouts. This afternoon, it's going to be Lily Noggle. You have to think Stauffer probably pitched yesterday afternoon, and they are trying to get her a day off. Take a timeout, come back with more of the preview. After this, you're watching Seneca Lady Indian Softball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Those sports fans want rookies on their favorite team to make an instant impact. The reality is that most players take time to develop. As followers of Jesus, we desire to have a godly impact on others instantly. But realistically, it doesn't always turn out that way. Sometimes our impact on a person's faith journey isn't revealed until years later. So we must have an urgent patience. This means we don't hesitate to share, but patiently wait until it all clicks for them. We also must be patient for people to produce fruit, as it takes time to become spiritually mature. In the Bible, Jesus says, "Let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." Today, let's be challenged to make an impact on others by the way we live. Let's share the gospel and trust God to transform lives. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back here to Seneca as Cassville has taken the field for their warm-up. Still about 15 minutes away here from first pitch. Seneca, you look at the contest between these two teams a couple weeks ago, and Seneca, if they had been able to get a timely hit, they may have had this Cassville team on the ropes. They had runners at second and third in the first inning and could not find a way to score, and then they were able to load the bases in the sixth inning, but were not able to find a way to score there either. So if they can find a way to get some timely hits, this Seneca team could be looking at a different record. Seneca looking to snap a 3-game losing skid and get a leg up in the district race as well. Right now, Cassville probably sitting at that 2 seed as they are 11-8 overall. Logan Rogersville 13-8 on the season, and Logan Rogersville has the head-to-head victory over Cassville by a final score of 6-3. Seneca has lost 3 straight, lost the last 2, and Big 8 play to Monette 7-1, lost to Mack County 2-1. Abby Jamrose pitched extremely well, only gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in that contest, but unfortunately Seneca could only find 1 run there, and then the loss yesterday afternoon to Wyandotte 9-2. Have the home game here today on the road on Thursday. We'll have that broadcast for you live on the radio as well, KNEO 91.7 FM. And then obviously that live video at kneo.org as well. Then they go to Branson next Monday and then wrap up the season with 2 home games and the Big 8 finales against Nevada Tuesday and Monette next Thursday. The district will start on Wednesday, October 15th. Found out that the seed meeting is actually a week from tomorrow, the 8th, and then district play begins a week later on the 15th. The semifinals are the 16th, and then the district championship game will be on Monday, the 20th. Cassville 11-8 overall, 6-0 in Big 8 play. They have won 3 straight contests, and all 3 are Big 8 wins. Beat Aurora 14-2, beat Nevada 11-1, and Mack County last night 6-2. Still have plenty of Big 8 contests on the docket for them as they are beginning the back half portion of their schedule in the Big 8 of the home and home, as they have Monette on Thursday, and that is actually the last home game for Cassville until they get to the district tournament. That district tournament will be in Cassville, like we said, the 15th through the 20th. They face Monette at home on Thursday, then travel to Aurora next Tuesday, at Mack next Thursday. That game next Thursday against McDonald County could be mighty interesting. Mack County has some makeup contests to make up, but I think they're 3-1 now, potentially 4-1 in a Big 8 play. You look at these two teams. Seneca has lost 2 straight to Cassville, lost to them on the road 3-0, lost to them last year here at home 7-3. Beat them on the road last year actually 2-1. So see what Seneca can do here, see if they can try and build some momentum as they get closer and closer to the postseason. Postseason right around the corner in the 4-state area for softball. Hard to believe season just started, but we are near postseason play. Postseason play begins 2 weeks from tomorrow. Take another time out, come back. We will get you the starting lineup, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca, Prater's Pharmacy.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here this afternoon, brought to you by Prairie Top Chiropractic. First for the visiting Cassville Lady Wildcats. Leading off is the center fielder, number 5, Tommy Blankenship. Batting second and playing left field, number 18, Tyra Sturgill. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 10, Aubrey Stauffer. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher here this afternoon, number 19, Lily Noggle. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 27, Maddie Yockey. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 24, Joey Blankenship. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 20, Brianna Still. Batting eighth and doing the catching, number 8, Nevaeh Johnson. And batting ninth is their designated player, number 7, Briley Arthurton. Their flex player is their right fielder, number 11, Hadley Davis Moore. Now the starting lineup for the Seneca Lady Indians. Leading off is the pitcher, number 26, Abby Jamros. Batting second and playing second base, number 5, Jolie King. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 25, Cordy Hancock. Batting cleanup here this afternoon, number 22, the first baseman, Ava Berry. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 11, Josie Andrews. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 15, Kinley Sommer. Batting seventh and doing the catching, number 10, Rayleigh Davis. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 1, Olivia Wade. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 17, Abigail Elliott. Head coach of the Lady Indians is Cassidy Barclay. She is assisted by Susan Beville. For the Cassville Lady Wildcats, they are coached by Jordan Savage. He is assisted by Simon Beeson and Shelley Henderson. So we get set for action here this afternoon between these two teams, Seneca and Cassville. This afternoon should be a fun one as we get rip-roaring here, ready to go in the next 5 minutes. We will take a timeout, come back with the start of the game. After this, you're watching and listening to Seneca Lady Indian Softball here on the KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Lions Forward is more than a campaign. It's our commitment to the future. Through private giving, we're expanding educational opportunities in Joplin and the four-state area, strengthening programs, and investing in our students. Many MSSU graduates choose to stay in our region, becoming the healthcare professionals, educators, and business leaders who keep our community strong.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
Forbes asked and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. No matter how bad a team in sports has been previously, they always have the opportunity for different outcomes moving forward. Failure in the past doesn't mean they have to fail in the future. In our own lives, we can fall into the trap of thinking we have no choice but to repeat our failures. But we must accept the fact that when we receive new life in Christ, we're no longer the same person that we used to be. We don't have to have the same results or repeat a pattern of sin because we've been given the power through Christ to do things differently. Today, let's embrace the powerful hope and assurance the Bible gives us when it says, and because of His glory and excellence, He has given us great and precious promises. These are the promises that enable you to share His divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. No matter how bad a team in sports has been previously, they always have the opportunity for different outcomes moving forward. Failure in the past doesn't mean they have to fail in the future. In our own lives, we can fall into the trap of thinking we have no choice but to repeat our failures. But we must accept the fact that when we receive new life in Christ, we're no longer the same person that we used to be. We don't have to have the same results or repeat a pattern of sin because we've been given the power through Christ to do things differently. Today, let's embrace the powerful hope and assurance the Bible gives us when it says, "And because of His glory and excellence, He has given us great and precious promises." These are the promises that enable you to share His divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
Number 10, Aubrey Stauffer. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher, number 19, Lily Noggle. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 27, Maddie Yockey. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 24, Joey Blankenship. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 20, Brianna Still. Batting eighth and doing the catching, number 8, Nevaeh Johnson. And batting ninth is the designated player, number 7, Briley Arthurton. The flex player is the right fielder, number 11, Hadley Davis Moore. Head coach of the Wildcats is Jordan Savage. She's assisted by Simon Beeson and Shelley Henderson. And now the starting lineup for your Seneca Lady Indians. Leading off is the pitcher, number 26, Abby Jamros. Batting second and playing second base, number 5, Jolie King. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 25, Cordy Hancock. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 22, Ava Berry. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 11, Josie Andrews. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 15, Kinley Sommer. Batting seventh and doing the catching, number 10, Rayleigh Davis. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 1, Olivia Wade. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 17, Abigail Elliott. The head coach of the Lady Indians is Cassidy Barclay, assisted by Susan Beville. At this time, we ask you to rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and Cassville here this afternoon as the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Indians get set for action here. Once again, for Cassville, Tommy Blankenship will lead things off. Tyra Sturgill batting second. Aubrey Stoffer is your third hitter. Lily Noggle is the cleanup hitter. Maddie Yockey batting fifth. Joey Blankenship sixth. Brianna Still seventh. Nevaeh Johnson eighth. And Briley Arthurton ninth, working against Abby Jamrose here this afternoon. Seneca will look like this in the field, left to right. You have Josie Andrews in left. In center is Olivia Wade. And in right field is Abigail Elliott. Left to right in the infield is at third base is Kinley Sommer. Shortstop is Cordy Hancock. Second base is Jolie King. And first base is Ava Berry. As Rayleigh Davis will catch Abby Jamrose here this afternoon. As Tommy Blankenship will get things underway here for Cassville.
Leading off for Cassville, center fielder number 5, Tommy Blankenship. Did you hear that?
As here comes the first pitch. And the first pitch is inside for a ball. So the count's 1-0. First pitch at 4:36 this afternoon. Beautiful day here in Seneca, 81 degrees here at first pitch. Here comes the 1-0, and that's outside. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Top of the first here in Seneca as the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Indians do battle here. Here comes the 2-0. That pitch is high, and the count is 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 the count here on the leadoff hitter. As here comes the 3-0 pitch from Jamrose. That pitch hits the inside corner, and the count is 3-1. Just starting here in Seneca. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. She's worked it from 3-0 back to 3-2. See if Jamrose can find a way to get her out. As here comes the 3-2, and that pitch is swung on and missed, and she works it back. And there's one gone here. As here comes the first pitch to Tyra Sturgill. So that pitch is outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. As here comes the 1-0 from Jamrose. That pitch is fouled off at the plate, and the count's 1-1.
Currently batting left fielder, Tyra Sturgill.
1-1 the count. One out here in the top of the first. So here comes the 1-1. And that pitch she fouls off as they try and jam her on that inside corner. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was mine.
As here comes a 1-2 from Jamrose. Did a good job to get Blankenship after a 3-0 count. Here comes the 1-2, and that pitch is high, and the count is 2-2. Newmac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2. That pitch is inside, and I will say early on they are making Jamrose work as she had a 3-0 count, got back the strikeout, I should say, and now Sturgill a 3-2 count on her. Here comes a 3-2, and that's high for ball 4. So she loses Sturgill. Still only 1 out here in the inning as Aubrey Stauffer will come to the plate.
At the plate, number 10, shortstop, Aubrey Stauffer.
So here comes the first pitch to Stauffer, and that is high, and the count is 1-0. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. On a beautiful last day of September, as that pitch is outside, and the count is 2-0. This is usually a pretty good hit and run count here, so we'll see if the runner is off on the pitch. Here comes the 2-0. And taking the entire way, and the ball's high, and the count's 3-0. Right now, Jamrose just trying to find the strike zone, a little bit as she 3-0 is in there for a strike, and the count's 3-1. She battled back from a 3-0 count to strike out Blankenship, and then Sturgill walked on a 3-2 count. 3-1 the count here on Stauffer. So here comes the 3-1. That swung on a miss. The runner is going, and in safely at second base is Sturgill. It's a pretty good throw by Davis, just a better jump there by Sturgill. So runner at second, 1 out here for Stauffer. And we have a full count. Here comes the 3-2. Swung on and missed, able to jam her on that inside corner. 2 strikeouts for Jamrose, and both of the batters that she struck out were on 3-2 counts, and they had 3-0 pitches.
Pitcher number 19.
Lily Noggle coming to the plate here. That first pitch hits the inside corner, and the count is 0-1. Runner at second here for Cassville. It was a 1-out walk and allowed her to reach. So here comes the 0-1, and that's outside, so the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, and Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast. As the 1-1 is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. 1-2 the count here. As here comes the 1-2 from Jamrose, and that's swung on and missed, and Jamrose strikes out the side here in the first. They strand 1 here in the top of the first. Seneca nothing, or Cassville nothing. Seneca coming up.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Abby Jamrose will lead off the inning for Seneca. Jamrose, King, and Hancock. The three do up here against Lily Noggle. As Ava Berry, Josie Andrews, and Kenley Sommer are the next three. Rayleigh Davis, Olivia Wade, and Abigail Elliott are the final three. As Jamrose settles in here against Lily Noggle. So here comes the first pitch. That pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Managed to hit that outside corner. And she has some zip on those pitches as well. Here comes the 0-1. That ball is laced down the left field line, and it's just foul. And the count 0-2, foul by maybe a foot or two. And the count 0-2, inside out swing. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes as ball managed to get behind that temporary fence. I don't think anybody realized it until Nago went, hey, I need a softball. 0-2 the count here on Jamrose. Here comes an 0-2, and she able to get a piece. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Keeps herself alive. So here comes another 0-2 pitch from Noggle. That pitch is inside and low, and the count moves to 1-2. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 1-2 the count here on Jamrose. As here comes a 1-2. That pitch is high, and she's worked it from 0-2 to 2-2. Seneca blue socks, red pants, gray tops, white numbers. Cassville the yellow socks, black pants, gray tops, and yellow numbers. 2-2 the count here on Jamrose, and she just pokes it out there to left center field. The left fielder out there able to snag it. Tyra Sturgill with a fast pitcher like that. You don't have to hit it very hard, and it will carry a long ways as Jolie King will come to the plate here for Seneca. 1 down, King, and then Hancock for the Lady Indians. As King taking her time, stepping into the batter's box. As here comes the first pitch to King. That pitch is high and actually gets all the way back to the screen. This counts 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes here on King. As the 1-0 is low, and the count now 2-0. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, proudly supporting the broadcast here this afternoon. Way ahead is King. Here comes the 2-0. That pitch hits the inside corner, and the count is 2-1. So here comes the 2-1, and taking the entire way, and it's in there for a strike, and it goes from 2-0 to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and there are 2 down now for Cordy Hancock.
Now stepping up to the plate for your Seneca Indians, number 25, Cordy Hancock.
Hancock at the plate with nobody on here for the Lady Indians. So here comes the first pitch, and that's swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Otto Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. It actually pops out of the catcher's glove. The count's 0-2. Forgot to give you what Cassville looks like in the field. We'll try and do that here in the next couple of minutes. Here comes an 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Down go the Lady Indians here in the first. Through the end of 1, we got no score here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Cassville will send their number 5 hitter to the plate. 5-6-7 due up here. Up in the second, Maddie Yockey, Joey Blankenship, and Brianna Still, the 3 due up here against Abby Jamrose. Both pitchers threw extremely well in the first. Jamrose battled some control issues but struck out the side. Or worked around a 1-out walk. As here comes the first pitch to Yockey. That pitch is high and inside, so the count is 1-0. After a fly out to begin the bottom half of the first, Noggle struck out the next 2. Comes the 1-0. That is over for a strike. And the count's 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. Here comes the 1-1. That's fouled back to the screen, and the count is now 1-2. Jamrose looking like she's settling in here nicely. As here comes a 1-2. And that is swung on and missed. You have to throw down to complete the strikeout. And Davis able to do that. And there's one down here for Joey Blankenship.
For Cassville, number 24, Joey Blankenship.
As the number 6 hitter here for Cassville. So both these pitchers seem to have their good stuff, at least to start the contest. So that first pitch is in there for a called strike on that inside corner. And the count is 0-1. Took till the 4th inning, the first time these two teams met up, for anybody to score. So that 0-1 pitch is fouled off, and the count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. So far, you're only 5+ batters in. Nobody has hit the ball in play for Cassville. So here comes an 0-2. Swung on and missed. Looked like she went with something off speed. And there's 2 down here for Brianna Still.
Now stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats.
So 2 down here.
Brianna Still.
As Still steps into the batter's box. Here comes the first pitch to her. That hits the outside corner. And that is a hard pitch to do anything except maybe potentially foul off. As she hits that outside corner. 0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. Blooped in the air foul towards the Cassville dugout. It takes a bounce and actually goes in the dugout. And the count is 0-2. So now Still needs to battle to try and keep herself alive. 0-2 the count here on Still. So here comes an 0-2. That pitch blooped in the air foul, almost the same exact location. And the count remains 0-2, but she's doing a good job of getting a piece and keeping herself alive. No balls and 2 strikes here. Remains on still. Ava Berry over at first getting a little bit of a workout. Here comes an 0-2 pitch. And that is outside. Counts 1-2. Josie Andrews in left, Olivia Wade in center, and Abigail Elliott in right for the Lady Indians. You have Kinley Sommer at third, Cordy Hancock at short, Jolie King at second, Ava Berry at first, and Rayleigh Davis catching Abby Jamros here this afternoon. Here comes a 1-2. And that pitch is laced down that third base line foul. And the count will remain 1-2, but still doing an excellent job of fighting off some pitches. It was Sturgill that had that 17 pitch at bat against Cassville that finally allowed a couple runs to come in and score in the 4th inning of that contest about 2 weeks ago. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up in the air. Hancock going to glide back and snag it for out number 3. That will do it for Cassville here in the second. Nothing doing for them. 1.5 in the books. Still no score.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. No matter how bad a team in sports has been previously, they always have the opportunity for different outcomes moving forward. Failure in the past doesn't mean they have to fail in the future. In our own lives, we can fall into the trap of thinking we have no choice but to repeat our failures. But we must accept the fact that when we receive new life in Christ, we're no longer the same person that we used to be. We don't have to have the same results or repeat a pattern of sin because we've been given the power through Christ to do things differently. Today, let's embrace the powerful hope and assurance the Bible gives us when it says, "And because of His glory and excellence, He has given us great and precious promises." These are the promises that enable you to share His divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
Seneca will send their 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate. Ava Berry, Josie Andrews, and Kinley Sommer. The 3 due up here for Seneca to start the second inning. Cassville will look like this in the field. Tyra Sturgill in left, Tommy Blankenship in center, and your right fielder is Hadley Davis Moore. Left to right in the infield, you have Maddie Yockey at third, Aubrey Stauffer at short. At second is Brianna Still, and at first is Joey Blankenship as Barry swings and misses at that one, so the count's 0-1. And you have Nevaeh Johnson catching Lily Noggle here this afternoon. 0-1 the count here on Barry, and she does not offer at that one as that pitch is high for a ball. Count's 1-1. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. You may visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC and equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. 1-1 the count here on Barry. That pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Able to jam her on that inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Barry. That pitch hits the outside corner, and both pitchers, you get that pitch, there's no way you're going to be able to hit it, as that's the 3rd straight strikeout for Noggle as Josie Andrews comes to the plate here for the Lady Indians. Jamroos made contact for Seneca. So far, she's the only one of the Lady Indians to put the ball in play. So that pitch hits the inside part of the strike zone, and the count's 0-1. Andrews and then Sommer. Anybody who reaches Rayleigh Davis would get an at-bat here in the second. So here comes an 0-1. Swung on and missed, and the count's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here on Andrews. Comes an 0-2. That is outside. Counts 1-2. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News with the Seneca Indians. Good luck. 1-2 the count here. There is a big hole if you can shoot the ball up the middle. 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Andrews, and that's strike 3. And there are 2 down here for Kinley Sommer. 2 outs.
Seneca, number 15, Kinley Sommer.
2 down here. As Johnson looks into her coaches for a sign. And the first pitch, Sommer fouls back to the screen, and the count, no balls in a strike, is once again both pitchers trying to hit that inside corner with regularity. Yes, here comes an 0-1. That pitch is in there for a strike. Counts 0-2. Now you need to fight to keep yourself alive here if you're Seneca. 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch is up, and the count is 1-2. Sommer steps back in the box. Here comes the 1-2. That is low, and the count now moves to 2-2. So she's worked it from 0-2 to 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 offering, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Nothing doing for Seneca here in the second. 2 in the books, no score.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
Nevaeh Johnson will open up the third inning here for Cassville as she takes called strike and the count's 0-1. Johnson, Arthurton, and then the top of the order in Blankenship. And so far between the two teams, only one batter has reached base, and it was on a base on balls as that one is swung on and missed. Count's 0-2. Kind of like the first time these two teams met, we could be in for an old-fashioned pitcher's duel. 0-2 the count here on Johnson. Here comes an 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. That is the 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Jamrose as Briley Arthurton comes to the plate. Actually, yes, that is correct. So here comes the first pitch to her. That hits the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Here comes the 0-1. Swings and misses, and the count quickly moves to 0-2. So here comes the 0-2. That is too far outside, and the count is now 1-2. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-2 the count here on Johnson. And that pitch, it does hit that outside corner. And there are 2 down for the top of the order and Tommy Blankenship. First time through the lineup, 7 strikeouts for Jamrose. Blankenship had a 3-0 count, and Jamrose was able to come back and strike her out. So the first pitch is fouled off the umpire, and Cassville head coach Jordan Savage is going to make sure the umpire gets a minute. It went over the shoulder of Rayleigh Davis and hit the shoulder of the home plate umpire. Home plate umpire looks, I don't want to say no worse for wear, but looks like he'll be okay as it's an 0-1 count here on Blankenship. Here comes an 0-1 from Jamrose. That pitch is swung on and missed. Beautiful location and changed up the speed as she hit that outside corner. 0-2 the count. Here comes an 0-2. That is in the dirt, and the count moves to 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Blankenship. So here comes a 1-2. That pitch is high and inside. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Blankenship has worked it from 0-2 to 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that hits her. Tried to jam her on that inside corner and went a little too far inside as Tyra Sturgill will come to the plate. She walked in her first plate appearance. She was the lone batter to reach until that hit by pitch. She fouls that one back, and the count is 0-1. So far, a walk and a hit by pitch are all that Jamrose has given up. 0-1 the count here. See if they try and get that runner into scoring position. 0-1. Maybe a straight steal. As here comes the 0-1 pitch to Sturgill. She is off and running, and the ball is hit 2 seconds. Slow roller, and King able to field it and get Sturgill out. For Cassville, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. 2.5 in the books. It's still no score.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In order for athletes to thrive, they need to establish a disciplined routine of practice and training. When they remain committed to these practices, they can look back and see how much they've grown. As followers of Jesus, it's helpful when we establish a disciplined routine to help us thrive in better knowing and following Him. Spiritual practices and a regular routine of studying the Bible, praying, serving, worshiping, and fellowshipping must not be done out of obligation, but rather integrated into our lives for the maturity of our faith. If we remain committed, we will be able to look back at who we once were and recognize the fruit in our lives. The Bible says, train yourself to be godly. Physical training is good, but training for godliness is much better, promising benefits in this life and in the life to come. Today, let's commit to sticking to a routine that will help us grow in our faith. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
Seneca will send the bottom third of their lineup here in the third. Rayleigh Davis, Olivia Wade, and Abigail Elliott, the 3 due up here against Lily Noggle, who has struck out 5 of the 6 she's faced. Davis, Wade, and Elliott. Anybody reaches, you get back to Jamrose. Top of the order. That pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 is, does she offer? And she does as they check down to first. The count is 0-2. Early stages of this one. That pitch is inside for a ball and low. And the count is 1-2. Davis, Wade, and Elliott here for Seneca in the bottom of the third inning. 1-2. She gets just a piece. Keeps herself alive. That umpire is wearing it a little bit back there because that got a piece of him again. Count remains 1-2. Looks like they're going to try and hit that outside corner. Here comes a 1-2. That ball is loped down that left field line, foul, way ahead of it. It's Davis, but she got a piece. Tried to get her on an off-speed pitch. Count remains 1-2. Sometimes that's to try and speed up your bat, so we'll see what happens here. Here comes another 1-2. And they jam her on the inside corner and swings through it for out number 1.
Now batting for Seneca.
Olivia Wade will come to the plate here for Seneca. 6th strikeout of the game for Noggle. So far, the only Seneca player to put the ball in play is Abby Jamrose, who flew out to deep left center field. So here comes the first pitch to Wade. She bunts it foul. Counts 0-1, trying to find a different way of getting on. 0-1 the count here on Wade. I have to think she will be squaring again, and that third baseman is creeping in. She does square, and it's bunted foul. Count 0-2. Almost were able to bunt it over her head, which could work as a base hit too, because the shortstop Stauffer had a long ways to go to try and snag that. 0-2 the count. Here comes an 0-2. That pitch is low and inside, and the count's 1-2. They are shading to right center at the moment. That 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 gone here for Abigail Elliott.
Now to bat for the Lady Indians, number 17, Abigail Elliott.
And we'll see if she tries to bunt her way on too. That right fielder does not have any sunglasses on, and if you can hit it to right, it could be a problem for her. She squares, it takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 the count here on Elliott. So here comes an 0-1. She takes a ball low, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Still looking for our first base hit of the contest as well. 1-1 is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Now we'll see if Elliott can protect here with 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Now we'll end the inning. Nothing doing for Seneca here in the third through 3. Still scoreless.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians! Hoddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family-friendly church located just a few miles outside Seneca at 19306 Hoddle Springs Road. With Sunday morning and evening worship services as well as midweek services on Wednesdays, check out HoddlespringsChurchofChrist.org for more information about all the classes and fellowships they offer throughout the week. Hoddle Springs Church of Christ, where they say, "We want to go to heaven with you."
And we welcome you back as it will be the heart of the Cassville order, 3, 4, and 5, as Stauffer will lead things off. Stauffer, Noggle, and Yaki, the three due up here for Cassville in the fourth. It was the fourth inning that Cassville was able to score two of their 3 runs the first time these two teams played, as Jamrose was able to get one over for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch is hit to left and deep, and it is over the head of Josie Andrews, and it is out of the ballpark for a solo home run. As once again, the fourth inning is good to Cassville as they open up the scoring with a solo home run. And it is 1-0 for the Lady Wildcats. Tried to jam her on that inside corner, couldn't get it inside enough as Stauffer able to get that inside out swing and make it 1-0. That is the first hit of the game for either team as well. So here comes the first pitch to Noggle. She takes a pitch inside and counts 1-0. Noggle, Yaki, and Blankenship are the next 3 due up. So here comes the first pitch. That's a 1-1, I should say. Counts 1-1. So here comes the 1-1. That's swung on and missed. And the count's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Noggle. As here comes the 1-2. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is out number 1. So Maddie Yaki will come to the plate here for Cassville. So 1 out and 1 in for the Lady Wildcats. Here in the top of the 4th. Here comes the first pitch. That pitch is blooped foul. Counts 0-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 0-1 the count here on Yaki. So here comes the 0-1 from Jamrose. That pitch is hit, and Jamrose is able to snag it and keep it off the ground. And there are 2 down now for Joey Blankenship. That was going to be a tough out if that ball touches the turf at all. So 2 down now for Blankenship. A solo home run is the only scoring so far here this afternoon. As here comes the first pitch to Blankenship. That pitch hits the inside corner, and the count is 0-1. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce. Huddle Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Comes the 0-1. That is outside. Counts 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. As here comes a 1-1 pitch. Jammed her on that inside, fouled it off her hands, and the count's 1-2. Jamrose trying to keep it on that inside corner. 1-2 the count. Here on Blankenship. Here comes a 1-2 offering. That pitch is popped foul. Back to the screen. So Blankenship gets a piece and keeps herself alive. Sometimes all you can ask for is to get another chance at it. 1-2 the count remains. Here comes another 1-2 offering. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning for Cassville. A solo home run, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. 3.5 in the books. Cassville takes a 1-0 lead.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Abby Jamrose will lead off the 4th inning for the Lady Indians. Jamrose, King, and Hancock are the 3-2 up here against Noggle, who struck out 8 of the 9 batters she has faced. Jamrose hit one to left field. That first pitch goes back to the screen, and the count's 1-0. Jamrose is the only one that has put the ball in play for the Lady Indians. 1-0 the count here on Jamrose. As here comes a 1-0 pitch. That ball is yanked foul into the screen, and the count is 1-1. Solo home run by Aubrey Stauffer is the lone run of the game. It's the lone hit of the game as well. There's only been 3 base runners, all 3 for Cassville, as that pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-2. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a solo home run are all the base runners in the contest. 1-2 the count on Jamrose. Here comes a 1-2. That pitch is yanked down that left field line, and it's going foul. She got a piece to keep herself alive. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. 1-2 the count remains here on Jamrose, and they are going after her. Comes a 1-2. That ball is yanked to left field, and the left fielder has it roll up against the fence, and now it's going to roll away from her, and it's going to be a double for Abby Jamrose. As that ball was curving away from that left fielder, and Seneca has their first hit of the evening as Jolie King will come to the plate for Seneca, and Seneca may try and play some small ball here with nobody out and a runner in scoring position. See if they try and bunt Jamrose over to third. Cassville also is thinking that potentially, as Blankenship creeps in a little bit as that first pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. So here comes the 0-1. She is squaring, and it's popped in the air foul. Counts 0-2. So now, 2 strikes you need to protect here. Oh, and 2 the count here on King. Comes an 0-2. She swings at that high fastball. There's 1 down for Cordy Hancock.
And now batting for Seneca, number 25, Cordy Hancock.
Be interesting to see here with 1 out. I think there's less chance of a bunt, especially with Hancock at the dish. So the first pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Seneca tying run sitting at second base. 1-0 the count here on Hancock. That pitch is grooved over, and the count is 1-1. Sometimes you need to see a pitcher once or twice. The second time through the lineup here for Seneca, and she swings, misses, and the count is 1-2, as that would have been ball 2. See if they go back to that high and inside corner, or if they try and sneak it outside, and that's low for a ball. Good block there by the catcher, Johnson. Oh, they actually said that was strike 3. There are 2 down. She must have swung at it. I was not paying attention. Ava Berry comes to the plate here for the Lady Indians. 2 outs here. Let's see what Berry can do. So that first pitch is in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Jamrose hit one deep to left field, and that's all Seneca's gotten here in the 4th. Pitch is high and outside for a ball, and the count is 1-1. Seneca at Aurora on Thursday. We'll have that broadcast for you. So here comes the 1-1. That is outside, and the count is 2-1. Josie Andrews on deck if you can get to her. 1-1 the count. 2-1 the count here on Berry. It's that inside corner. Berry swings through it, and the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Comes the 2-2. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, 4 in the books. 1-0 Cassville.
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
7, 8, 9 due up for Cassville here in the 5th. Brianna Still, Nevaeh Johnson, and Briley Arthurton are the 3 due up for the Lady Wildcats. As Brianna Still will start off the inning here for Cassville. Jamrose, the one run off the one hit so far through 4 innings. So that pitch hits the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. Seneca at Aurora on Thursday. 4:30 first pitch, 4:10 airtime. So here comes the 0-1. Ball is lofted in the air, high and deep, but foul. Counts 0-2. Still popped out to shortstop. Her first time up. 0-2 the count here on her. Had a 1-2 count on her before she popped out. She's able to foul off a couple of pitches. Here comes an 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. One down here as Nevaeh Johnson will come to the plate.
And now stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats.
That is the 10th strikeout of the game for Abby Jamrose. Nevaeh Johnson steps in now for the Lady Wildcats. So here comes the first pitch to her. She tries to bunt it, and it's a strike. And the count's 0-1. Johnson, then the designated player, Briley Arthurton. Anybody reaches, you get back to the order, and Tommy Blankenship. Blankenship 0 for 1. Reached on a hit by pitch in the third. So here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Count 0-2. Barry very close at first base as she was creeping in. But now with 2 strikes, you have to think Johnson will be swinging away. 0-2 the count here on Johnson. So here comes an 0-2 from Jamrose. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's 2 down for Briley Arthurton.
And now, up to bat for Cassville. Number 7, Briley Arthurton.
So 2 down here as right now the lone damage is that solo home run. It's only hit Cassville has gotten here today. Here comes the first pitch. That pitch is high for a ball. Counts 1-0. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prelude Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Here comes the 1-0 from Jamrose. That hits the outside corner. Counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Cassville, 3 base runners in the game. They stranded 2, 1 in the first, 1 in the third. They have the solo home run in the fourth. So that pitch is swung on and missed as Jamrose gets her to extend the zone a little bit, and the count's 1-2. Jamrose looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Comes a 1-2. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. Nothing doing for Cassville here in the 5th. 4.5 in the books. Still 1-0 Lady Wildcats.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Josie Andrews will start off the inning here for Seneca as she takes a ball low and inside. 5, 6, and 7 here for the Lady Indians. Andrews, Sommer, and Davis, the 3 up. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Both teams have 1 hit apiece as that pitch is high and the count's 2-0. A solo home run for the Lady Wildcats is the 1 run on the board. Abby Jamrose has a double for the Lady Indians. 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count's 2-1. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Just looking for base runners here if you're Seneca. So that pitch is inside for a ball, and the count's 3-1. 3-1 count. You got to be pretty selective here if you're Andrews. That ball is shot foul down the first baseline towards the Cassville dugout. And the count is now full at 3-2. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Full count here on Andrews. Comes a full count pitch, and she looks at it for strike 3, and there's 1 gone. That is the first 3-ball count of the game against Lily Noggle. Full count, you got to be ready to swing there as Sommer steps into the box here for Seneca. So that pitch is inside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. You will get Jamrose one more time, at least in the 6th. 1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0, and that's high. Count's 2-0. A little bit of a different lineup today. I think Coach Barkley just looking to see if she can find something that works. 2-0 the count here on Sommer. Comes the 2-0. She jams her, and that's fouled back. And the count's 2-1. 12 strikeouts so far for Lily Noggle. This is after 18 strikeouts for Stauffer the first time these two teams played. So here comes the 2-1, and that's in the dirt. Counts 3-1. Once again, Seneca hit her way ahead, and Sommer can be very, very selective on what she swings at here. 3-1 the count. 3-1 is in there for a strike, and the count's full. Kind of missed her spot to Noggle, but Sommer was taking the entire way. Second straight batter that's worked the count full. First 2 batters that have had a 3 count against them, as she's able to spoil that one foul and keep herself alive. 3-2 the count remains. Rayleigh Davis waiting on deck. 3-2 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Comes another 3-2 pitch. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. There's 2 down here for Rayleigh Davis. Davis will step in for the Lady Indians. They're going to switch bats. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So here comes the first pitch to Davis. And that is inside. Are they going to say it hit her? They're not going to say it hit her. One umpire, Davis, is going to, well, Davis said it hit her, but a home plate umpire said it didn't. She tried to convince her that it did. I should say convince him that it did. but the home plate umpire wasn't buying it. 1-0 the count here on Davis. Comes the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. And the count's 1-1. Got away from the catcher Johnson, but it hits that inside corner. 1-1 the count here on Rayleigh Davis. So here comes a 1-1 from Noggle. That pitch is hit on that third baseline foul. The third baseman was hugging the line, and the count's 1-2. Thirteen strikeouts for Noggle through 4 2/3. As here comes a 1-2. That pitch is inside for a ball, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one very close. It's a tough one to take if you're Seneca. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. Well, in the inning, nothing doing for Seneca here in the 5th, edge of the 6th. Still 1-0.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
We have a change out in right field for the Lady Indians as number 3, Adamari Rodriguez, goes out to right. She replaces Abigail Elliott. Top of the order here for Cassville, Tommy Blankenship, Tyra Sturgill, and Aubrey Stauffer are the 3 scheduled hitters. As Blankenship 0 for 1 with a walk, or a hit by pitch, I should say, not a walk. That first pitch hits the top of the zone, and the count's 0-1. Stauffer has the lone hit of the game for Cassville. It's a solo home run. She's due up third. So here comes an 0-1. That pitch is poked in the air foul. Barry will not have a play, and it actually goes into the screen anyways. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count here on Blankenship. Blankenship, Sturgill, and Stauffer, the 3 hitters for Cassville here in the 6th. For Seneca, you want to leave this a 1-0 game. Jamrose up third for you in your half of the 6th. And that hits Blankenship. Second time today she's been hit. First one was on a 2-2 count. That one is on an 0-2 count, so that one hurts a little bit more. If you're Seneca, because that is a big insurance run sitting at first base. Sturgill 0 for 1, grounded to second in the third, walked in the first. They will probably be trying to take second as she bunts. It's a good bunt. Only play is, and there's nobody at first base. King not able to cover, so it's an infield single. And instead of a runner at second with 1 out, you have first and second for Aubrey Stauffer, who's 1 for 2, and a solo home run. So those are a couple big insurance runs. King couldn't get over in time as the third baseman, Sommer, did her job. So that first pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. If you're Seneca, you're looking for a strikeout here of Stauffer. 0-1 the count. Here comes an 0-1. Jams are on the inside. Davis can't find it, and it actually hit the top of the press box. And then fell back. So the count is 0-2. That's the first time I've had a foul ball hit the press box in the 2+ years we've had the press box here. 0-2 the count. Here comes an 0-2, and that pitch is outside for a ball. Count now moves to 1-2. One and two the count. Here comes a 1-2 from Jamrose. And that pitch misses that inside corner, and the count's 2-2. Did not miss by much. 2-2 the count. Here comes a 2-2 from Jamrose. That is in the dirt. Good block by Davis, but the count is now full. Lily Noggles 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but bases loaded. It's not what you're looking for if you're Seneca. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Jamrose. A pitch is back to Jamrose. Good job by her, and excellent job to get the force out at third. It is a 1-5 putout. Sharply hit ball, but smart decision by Jamrose to get the lead runner. And runners are still at first and second, but now 1 out for Lily Noggle. Make sure you get that lead runner. Low throw, but Sommer able to handle it over at third. So Noggle takes a called strike, and the count is 0-1. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Matayaki, who's on deck, is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out to the pitcher that Jamrose made a good play on. 0-1 the count. That pitch is inside, and the count is 1-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 1-1 the count. Here comes a 1-1. And she accidentally swings and fouls it off. And the count's now 1-2. Well, she wasn't trying to swing, but sometimes the ball finds your bat, and the count's 1-2. If you're Seneca, if you can get out of this with no runs, you may get some momentum going into your half of the 6th. That ball is looped in the air, and Sommer going to snag it. It's an infield fly rule. And there are 2 down now for Matayaki, who's 0 for 2. If you're an umpire, you have to call that an infield fly because you could almost intentionally drop it and get 2 outs very easily. So infield fly means there's 2 outs as here comes the first pitch to Yaki. That pitch is hit in the air to right field, and it's going to get over the head of King at second and drop in front of Rodriguez, and that is a very big insurance run for Cassville. It's an RBI single for Yaki, and that makes it 2-0, and runners are at first and third for Joey Blankenship. That's a big insurance run because now if you're Seneca, you need somebody to get on to potentially tie a game. So that pitch is outside, and it gets by Davis enough for the run to come in and score. So 2 runs in the inning, and that makes it a 3-0 game. There's a 1-0 count here on Blankenship. Games have been good between these two teams. It's just Cassville has gotten a couple of timely hits as that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-1 the count here on Blankenship. Here comes a 1-1 from Jamrose. That's swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Getting both those runs in makes it a bigger mountain to climb here for Seneca. 1-2 the count. Here comes a 1-2 from Jamrose. Swung on and missed. You have to throw down to complete the strikeout. And Davis is able to do that for Cassville. 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 1. 5.5 in the books. It is 3-0 Cassville.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Seneca will send their 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate. Olivia Wade, believe Adamari Rodriguez, who came in the top of the 6th, will pinch hit there in the bottom half, and then Abby Jamrose, as Rodriguez is in that on-deck circle. So here comes the first pitch to Wade, and that's inside for a ball. Counts 1-0. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. So that 1-0 pitch is high, and the count's 2-0. Nago has gotten a little bit more wild here in the 5th and now 6th inning. Still no walks. And she got her first 3 ball counts. So that pitch is high, and the count's 3-0, and Wade will probably be taking these next 2. Because Andrews had a full count, and Sommer had a full count before they both struck out. Three and 0 the count here on Wade. Taking the entire way. That's in there for a strike. Counts 3-1. Probably taken here 3-1-2. Because Seneca just needs some base runners. Here comes the 3-1. That's in there, and the count's full at 3-2. 1 hit in the contest for Seneca. It's a double by Jamrose in the third. And Noggle has worked it back from 3-0 as Adamari Rodriguez comes to the plate here for Seneca. A pinch hitter for the Lady Indians. So 1 down here for Rodriguez as Jamrose had a double in the 4th, and that is the lone hit for the Lady Indians as Rodriguez takes a pitch high. And they're going to say she did not swing, and the count's 1-0. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. That is over for a strike. And the count's 1-1. Jamrose on deck here for Seneca. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. That is outside, and the count is 2-1. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. That one swung on and missed. And the count's 2-2. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch she hits to third, throws to first, low throw, but nice scoop there by the first baseman, and there's 2 down for Abby Jamrose, who's 1 for 2. She has flown out and reached on a double. Jamrose doubled to left field, and she's also flown out to left field. And they're going to intentionally walk Jamrose here with 2 outs. As Jolie King will come to the plate here now for Seneca. So see if King can make them pay. Up 3-0. I don't necessarily understand that one there, but I'm not the coach. As Jolie King will step to the plate here for the Lady Indians. Here comes the first pitch to her. That's swung on and missed. Counts 0-1. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes an 0-1. That pitch hits the outside corner. They throw behind Jamrose, who gets back safely. 0-2 the count. King needs to find a way to get a piece of it. If you can find a piece, the power of Noggle will let that thing go far. That's fouled back to the screen, so the count remains 0-2. Think about it. Jamrose has pitched well both times against Cassville. First time, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 11 strikeouts, and she lost. Right now she's on tap for losing this one. 3 runs again as that one swung on and missed for strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left through 6. 3-0 Cassville.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options, including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online, campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
7-8-9 for Cassville here in the 7th. Still Johnson and Arthurton, the 3-2 up. Combined 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts. Here comes the first pitch to Still. Jams it, and it's fouled. She counts 0-1. Still has popped out to shortstop and struck out. Johnson 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Arthurton 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Jamrose has pitched well. She has given up 3 runs on 3 hits. but is in line for a walk. Or in line for a loss. So here comes the 0-1. Popped in the air, foul, and the count 0-2. 1 walk, 2 hit by pitches for Jamrose. To go along with 13 strikeouts. 0-2 the count here on Still. Here comes an 0-2 pitch. Popped in the air, King calling for it out there, and she drops it. So the runner will reach on the play. That is a tough play for King, looking into the sun, as King is okay. I think they just want to make sure. Now we may have a pinch, we're going to have a pinch runner here for Cassville. And I think it's number 9, but I'm not 100% sure. It's hard to see with the ponytail. If it's number 9, it's Alexandra Holy Cross. I think that's who's running, as it looks like that's who it is. Nevaeh Johnson is at the plate, and she may be trying to bunt that runner over. And you also may see them try and have a straight steal here. So you have your 8 and 9 hitters due up next. And she is squaring to bunt, and bunts it foul. The count is 0-1. Sommer going to go get the foul ball as she was charging hard. If you're Seneca, I'm guessing Hancock probably covers second, as here comes an 0-1 pitch. And that one is bunted foul. So Jamrose has done a good job of getting 2 strikes on her. So now you would probably think that Johnson would be swinging away here. But I've been wrong before. 0-2 the count. Here comes an 0-2 pitch from Jamrose. That pitch is looped in the air. It's over the third baseman's head. Sommer, and now the runner will get to third base as Andrews can't field it cleanly. So it's a single for Johnson, and then the E7 allows runners to get to second and third. It's Briley Arthurton come to the plate. Sommer was playing in, and it just looped over her head. Runners at second and third. Here comes the first pitch to her. That hits the outside corner. Counts 0-1. Theoretically, you might have a runner on first with 1 out. If they had been able to get that first out of the inning. So here comes an 0-1. That pitch is dribbled down that third base line, and Sommer does a good job making sure it stays foul. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wish the Seneca Indians good luck. 3-0 your score. Seneca looking to keep it that way. Heading to the bottom half of the 7th as they'll send their 3, 4, and 5 hitters to the plate. 0-2 the count. Here comes an 0-2. That is outside, and the count's 1-2. 1 and out here, getting back to the top of the order, and Blankenship, who's 0 for 1, but hit by a pitch her last 2 ABs. 1-2 the count here. Here comes a 1-2 from Arthurton. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. There's 1 down, as Tommy Blankenship will come to the plate here for Cassville. So 1 down. That sun is glaring out at the right side of that infield and outfield as that first pitch is outside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Both those runs, if they were able to come in and score, would be unearned. 1-0 the count here on Blankenship. Here comes the 1-0. It's high and tight, and the count is 2-0. Almost got hit by a pitch for the third straight time. 2-0 the count here. 1 out in the top of the 7th. So here comes the 2-0 from Jamrose. Swung on and missed. And the count becomes 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the 2-1. That one is swung on and missed, and Jamrose has worked it from 2-0 to 2-2. Would love another strikeout here. Love to get out of the inning without having to face Stauffer, who opened up the scoring with a solo home run in the 4th. If we can get her out, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 down for Tyra Sturgill. Sturgill, 1 for 2 on the day. She's reached base twice. She walked in the first. That is the lone walk given up by Jamrose. Had a RBI, not an RBI. She had a single in the 6th. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jamrose. That pitch, it hits her, but she swung and fouled it off, so the count is 0-1. It really jammed her that inside corner. 0-1 the count here on Sturgill. Seneca trying to work around those 2 errors to start the inning. Comes an 0-1. That pitch is swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2. They're a strike away from getting out of the top half of this inning with no damage done. 0-2 the count. Here comes an 0-2. That's swung on and missed, and Jamrose able to work around the 2 errors for Cassville. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, 2 left. Head to the bottom of the 7th. It is 3-0 Lady Wildcats.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty. A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Cordy Hancock will lead off the inning here for Seneca. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Hancock, Barry, and Andrews, the 3 scheduled hitters here against Noggle. Seneca 1 hit on the afternoon. It was a double by Abby Jamrose. So here comes the first pitch, and that pitch is high for a ball. Counts 1-0. For Seneca to have any kind of hope, they need 2 base runners to reach here in the 7th. 1-0 is in the dirt, and the count is 2-0. Noggle has not walked anybody, but the 5th and the 6th inning, she's flirted with danger a couple times. Had 3 ball counts, twice in the 5th and once in the 6th, as that one's fouled back to the screen. The count's 2-1. But she has worked well right now. Abby Jamros in line for the loss. 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 1 base on the ball, and 15 strikeouts. But Seneca can't find the offense as that pitch hits the outside corner, and the count is 2-2. And all you can do there is just foul a pitch off. There's nothing you can do with that pitch. You're not going to hit that ball fair. That is the best you can ask for. Now they're going to set even further up outside, and she does just get a piece of it, like we said. That's really all you can do is try and foul that pitch off. Count remains 2-2 here on Hancock. It's Johnson no worse for wear as that got a piece of her helmet. Comes another 2-2. And she gets jammed, but able to get a piece and keep herself alive. So Hancock doing a good job battling here. Trying to keep herself alive. 2-2, the count remains. Hancock, Berry, and Andrews, the 3 scheduled hitters for Seneca in the inning. You need 2 to have any kind of opportunity here in the 7th. Comes a 2-2. And that is foul tipped. Hancock, for the 3rd straight pitch, has gotten just a piece. Keep herself alive. She's doing a good job battling here. Comes another 3-2 offering. That pitch hits the outside corner for strike 3. That outside corner may have been extended a little bit because the catcher was set up on that outside corner, and she was set up off the plate, and she hit her spot, but it's a tough one if you're Seneca. If you're getting that call, you're going to have a hard time hitting the softball. So Ava Berry comes to the plate. That pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. For Seneca, you got to adjust, and know he's calling those pitches, though, and swing at them. 0-1 the count. Here comes an 0-1. That's swung on and missed, and the count quickly moves to 0-2. Berry taking her time getting back into the batter's box. Snoggle likes to work fast here. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 gone, and Josie Andrews becomes the last hope here for Seneca. 18 strikeouts for Noggle. She matches Stauffer's strikeout total from the first time these 2 teams met. Stauffer a little more wild. She had 4 walks. That pitch is a ball, so the count's 1-0. Right now, Noggle hasn't walked anybody. That's not true. She has 1 walk. There's an intentional walk to Abby Jamros. Andrews swings and misses at that one, so the count's 1-1. Seneca, between Stauffer and Noggle, have a combined 2 hits. Stauffer gave up 1 hit, and Noggle has given up 1 hit. So that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-2. Seneca down to their final strike here. One and two the count. Here comes the 1-2. That ball is laced up the middle, and it goes to the center fielder. Hit hard by Josie Andrews, but the left fielder almost got it past her as Cassville wins this one with a final score of 3-0. Post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District after this timeout on the KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
We Christians have become soft. We've become absorbed with the world. Until now, it is difficult to tell the difference between the true believer in Christ and a man of the world.
Ouch. Does that hit a little too close to home? Here's Billy Graham on how we can turn that around.
Today, we need desperately to have men and women of courage and discipline. For courage and discipline are contagious. And if the world is to be changed, it must be done not by those who go along with the crowd, but by those like Martin Luther when he cried out, "Here I stand, I can do no other."
That's not an easy thing to do, but with God's help, it is possible. Learn more about developing courage and discipline in your walk with God at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back for the final time. The post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca falls here by a final score of 3-0. Seneca falls to 5-12 overall, 1-6 in Big 8 play. Cassville improves to 12-8 overall, 7-0 in Big 8 play. Aubrey Stauffer got the scoring going in the fourth inning, a solo home run. That was Cassville's first hit of the game, and then they scored two more as Aubrey Stauffer had a fielder's choice and then an RBI single by Matty Yockey as Sturgill and Stauffer eventually came around and scored for their 3 runs. For Cassville, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They strand 5. For Seneca, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and they strand 2. Abby Jamrose finishes 1 for 2. She has the lone hit for Seneca. She had a double. Jamrose takes the loss, 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 base on ball, 15 strikeouts. Cassville, Lily Noggle gets the win, 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk. It was an intentional walk, and 18 strikeouts. Our next Seneca broadcast is on Thursday afternoon as the Lady Indians head to Aurora. We'll have that game live for you on our website, kneo.org. We will also have a live radio broadcast for you Thursday afternoon from Aurora. 4:10 airtime, 4:30 first pitch from Aurora. I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Seneca. Post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Thank you for watching high school softball here on the KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network. We'll talk to you on Thursday.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.